Okay, so welcome to the first tutorial for rendering. In this video, I'll be covering about basic settings for rendering and how you import and export avatars. So let's get straight into it. So first, you're gonna load up a simple avatar. So your avatar, for example, my avatar will be, and then uh, spawn R6. If you're finding for this plugin, I'll leave it in the description below for you to find it. So okay, so once it's loaded in, it should be at default 010. This is the default. Change it to 030 and do not touch it. Do not touch anything else. Next is to see this drop down. Click on it, and you will see all the items on your avatar. So first you have this, everything should be on here. First, click on the avatar's name, right click, export selection, and then save it under your folders. So, for example, I'll create a new folder here. See, and then I'll make a new folder and rename it as the avatar's name. And click on it, and then right click, new folder, and name it hats. And then over here, just name it as not textures. So this is for the textures of like your shirt, your pants, and all those. Next step, you click on humanoid and drag it. Do not let go and put it under shirt. See that this will happen. It's very normal. So next step, press Control and click on your avatar's hats, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, everything should be selected, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, make sure not to select any other, and then from here just right click, export selection, click on hats, and then name it as not hats. So your next step will be to open this rig. I'll send it also in the description. You can check it. It's called PaintRig V3 .blend. So once you have this, zoom in here. You click on your wheel, click and drag. I mean, until you see this. It's called Spark 10 21 text .png. So click on the folder and then click onto your folder that you saved it in. So for me, I saved it under Hookah players, and the player will be not Nakami. So click on this. This is your textures. So you click on this, and it should appear like so. You can drag this off. So you can reposition by clicking Shift and your mouse wheel. Shift mouse wheel. You can any direction there. Okay, now to import the heads, it's press file, import, wavefront obj, and then see not Nakami here, just click that, click heads, and heads obj, do not click this, click this, find obj. See, okay, now your heads are in. You can change the view by pressing this is no colors, this is your preview version, and this is your render version. So while editing and making the poses, I usually go with this version, this view. Okay, so now you see the parts of the heads are not correctly lined up. So you can click on the head and then right click, set origin, origin to geometry. Now what it does, when you click move, it's the the default X, Y, and Z on the center of the head, on the heads. So to move it forward, press green, you drag it all the way until it covers the head. See, it now covers the full head there, and there you have it. Next step, when you see this drop down, you can actually just put it down, put it there for now. Okay, now here's the tricky part. Okay, click on heads and click control and click on a head attachments, and then while still holding control, press B. Wait, drag this here. You you drag it from here, and then press B and press object. See, and then it should say make parent. If you did not do it right, you can just repeat the steps. So it's basically click on not heads, control, and click on head, and then your cursor should be on here, anywhere here on the viewport, and then just click P and object, and make parent. Next, you can just drag this into your collection one and just drop it there. And now, so what that does is basically when you move your head, see, it all turns, your head turns and your heads also turn. So I'm gonna make a quick pose real quick. Okay, so I'm just gonna create a very quick render. Okay, so let's say you have a pose here. Okay, next step, all you gotta do is add a camera. Click object, and then you should see this button called add. So you press camera. See, your camera is there now, right? You can drag it back. And if you're rendering, it's best if you resize your camera. So for as of now, your camera is in 1920 by 1080. You can change that under here. Now we're gonna make use of this. Pull this all the way up, and then click on this output properties, and then this is your camera resolution, camera scale. So what you change is the X, change it to 1080. Should like that, and it should be a square. Okay, now you may be wondering why the view is as so. You can actually press G. Okay, you click on the camera and then press G, it will move around. Okay, now I'm gonna align this to make it straight. Oh, you can pull this out to zoom in and out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. So now I'm gonna align this straight. Just align it straight. It doesn't have to be perfect, just nicely done. Now I can move the camera by clicking move up and down. And this is where you check what it's gonna be rendered. So this is what you see now. Just click it there. Then if you want it to be closer, you can click that there. So now once you're ready, click render and render image. Hold up. Actually, you should. Okay, so once you're done, click this. It's called render properties. Change change device to GPU compute, and then change come down to film. It should be here. Click on film, and when you see transparent, click on it. Make sure it's ticked. So now what that does is make your whole background transparent. So that when you render, see, it does not have any background. Like, okay, if I turn this off, see, it has backgrounds and all those. If I turn this on, it becomes a PNG version. Next, for your lighting, you go to world properties, and then you can select your color. But for me, I would prefer environment texture, which is here. You can find it here under texture, environment texture, and then you can click open. And then, okay, so for now I have this, so I'm gonna turn this, and look, there'll be natural lighting for your GFX or whatsoever. Now once you're satisfied with this, you can click here on the top, and then click render image, and it should be rendering now. Okay, so my render takes about 11 seconds for 300 samples. I would highly recommend if you change this this samples to 100 if you want a very fast render, but I'll stick with 300. So as you can see under here, it says 80%, 85%, 91%, and 100%. So once you're done with your render, hold up, let me share my screen. Okay, so you should have this. After you finish your render, you should have this screen. Click on image, save as, and for me, I have a whole file for renders, so I'll save it under renders, and then rename your render to avatar. So like for me, my avatar's name is not Nakami, and then I'll put like a copy one. You can put anything, but I'll just put that for now. And click save as image. Then you can close this now and close this now. And you do not have to save it, but if you want, you can. But that will destroy your default. Wait, yeah. Okay, so right, so basically you're done with the render. If you are interested to find out where your render is, wait, let me open my window capture. Okay, so now I have my Scott opened up here, as you can see. Now if you wanna find your render, simply click this plus button, and if you're like putting it into Discord or something, you can just find the plus button and then find your avatar that you rendered. So I rendered this guy here. You double click on it and it should appear here, and you can just send it. If you wanna check it in your file, it's basically just opening your file. All you have to do is just open your file, and then under your renders you can just find a picture there. It will be there under the file that you save it into. So yep, that concludes the tutorial for renders. I'll provide more tutorials soon if requested. Yes, thank you.